Guys, welcome back to Content Diver YouTube channel. Here today our topic is the what is Mern stack and what are the basics of a Mern stack and what is the architecture of Mern stack. And here the Mern stack is a combination of four popular technologies used for web development. That is first one M stands for MongoDB and E for Express.js and React and then finally the Node.js. Each letter in the Mern represents the one of the technology and let us see individually. And first one is MongoDB. Generally, MongoDB is a popular type of database called a NoSQL database. The MongoDB is designed to store and manage large amounts of data in a flexible way. Here, the MongoDB stores large amount of data and it is in flexible way. There is no any schema as like we have in other SQL databases. It is a NoSQL database. And now MongoDB stores a data in a format called BSON, which is similar to JSON, that is JavaScript object notation. And also the MongoDB is a flexible structure that allows you to store the data without a fixed schema. Here it means meaning you can add easily or change fields as you need on your basis. Here the MongoDB stores the data in the format called JSON. That is, unlike traditional relational databases, which organize the data into tables with the predefined structures, but here in the MongoDB, it takes only the data in JSON notations. That is about the MongoDB. And finally, we can say that the MongoDB is a NoSQL database. And next one is Express. Express is a web application framework for Node.js, which is a JavaScript runtime environment. And in simple words, we can say that Express provides a set of tools and features that make it easier to build web applications and APIs. And here, Express.js simplifies routing and handling HTTP requests and responses and managing middleware. You can specify what action should be taken when a user visits a specific URL. When we click on URL, what the action that need to be performed can be done by using Express here, that is called as routing and handling the HTTP request and responses. And here the middleware refers to the functions that are executed during this request and response cycle of the web application. Those functions are called middlewares. That's all about the Express. And finally, we can say that Express is to communicate mainly with the database. And next one is React. React is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces and it allows developers to create reusable UI components and build complex UIs by composing these components. Here, the main advantage of React is the uses of components. Here we can reuse the components and use them whenever we want. This is the main advantage for React. And React follows a component based architecture which promotes code reusability and the maintainability. And React is a front end framework. And next one is Node.js. And Node.js is a JavaScript runtime environment that allows developers to execute JavaScript code on the server side. It provides a scalable and event driven architecture, making it suitable for building fast and scalable network applications. And here it provides a scalable and event driven architecture. That means it is for handling the request that came from the front end, that is React part. And here Node.js enables server-side development using JavaScript, which promote code sharing between the client and server. Here main the Node.js purpose is for handling the request that came from the front end, and the Node.js is used for the server-side implementation using a JavaScript language. It is mainly used for backend. And let us see the architecture, Mern architecture. And here it is the front end part, and these two are the backend server part, and this is the database. And finally, the front-end React, it makes a request for the data, and then here in the Node.js, the Express will parse the request, and then it asks the data from the MongoDB, and the MongoDB checks inside the database, and if it exists, it will return the data, and then the request will be written from this Express.js to React.js, and it will get the requested data. This is the architecture that we have, that is from front end to server, and then server to database, and again from database to server, and then to web. That is the front end. And here, when combined, these technologies form the Mern stack, which enables developers to build end-to-end web applications entirely in JavaScript. With Mern, we can use MongoDB as the database and Express.js as the web application framework, and React for the front-end user interface, and the Node.js. Node.js is to run the server-side logic. This is full stack JavaScript approach offers a consistent development experience and allows the data flow between the different layers of the application. This is all about the Mern stack and the architecture. That's all about the Mern stack, guys. And stay tuned to Content Diver. Please like, share, and be subscribed.